I've been talking to a good number of you and a number of Ukrainians outside of this group. And the common message and theme that I'm hearing is that many people are struggling. Their emotional well being is low, their energy is low, they feel frustrated, they wonder if anything's going to change. Can they get back home? Will life return to normal? And hey, it's not just Ukrainians. Many British people are saying the same thing, and even our countries are saying the same thing. And this morning I went for a walk and I was praying and just saying, God, what is the answer in all of this? And this is a little bit different, and it won't be for all of you, but I wanted to share with you a sense of the answer that I got to my prayer. Many of you will have heard of Psalm 23 in the Bible, where the shepherd David is speaking about his experiences. And he says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters, and he restores my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake." And then David says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, and your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. And surely your goodness and mercy and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." A very familiar psalm and one that I just absolutely adore. But here are 5 things that I think are helpful to us during these difficult times. Number one, we need to put our eyes on God. He is our hope. No matter how difficult our situation is, no matter how tough it is, if we will put our eyes and our hope on God, He will help us. And with that, when we do that, He will meet all our needs. Whatever it is that we want, He will meet those needs. Number two, He will give us peace. No matter what the storms of life are that we're going through, His presence is a promise of peace. Number three, He will guide us out of the messes we find ourselves in. The difficult situations, often we feel we're in these dark tunnels and we feel pressurized and we see no light at the end of the tunnel. But when we put our hand in His, when we put our hope in Him, He will guide us out of all of this. Number four, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how much we fear, no matter how much anxiety or stress that's going on in our life, not only will He give us peace in the storm, but He will give us hope in the storm. No matter what you find yourself in today, no matter how difficult it is, when you take your eyes off the situation and you put them on Him, light appears at the end of the tunnel. And that light draws us ever to it. And lastly, God promises us victory over the storms in our life. He promises to give us He promises us to give us oil of joy for sadness, for beauty, for ashes. He promises to restore to us everything that's been destroyed and taken away in our lives if we will trust in Him. So here's the invitation, isn't it? David also said, "Where does my help come from? My help comes from God, the maker of heaven and earth." So here's the invitation to us today. If we're going through a really difficult and challenging time, will we dare to take our eyes off the situation, put them on God, put our hope and trust in Him, and have Him meet our needs, have Him restore our soul, have Him guide our steps, give us hope for the future, and a promise of victory and restoration? Hey, let me know what you think. And if you're going through a tough time and you want to talk about it, reach out. Bless you.